Hey there guys, I got a video for you. Basically this is just kind of a my spring replenishment for offshore lures. As we're getting closer to end of April, May, June, that summertime, we should start getting some long stretches of very low winds, so it'll mean I'll be able to get offshore more often. So I just kind of like to stock up on some of my lures that I use quite a bit, and then also lose quite a bit as well. So placed a couple orders this week. I saw a couple things on special, and I was getting a bit low on things, so I just got these shipped in. So I figured I'll let you guys see what I use for my offshore stuff. This one is going to be my trolling lure. Pretty sure this is the Yozuri Crystal Minnow. Yeah. So these are the Yozuri Crystal Minnows in a F floating, and they're 5 1/4 inches, and they are, well, it's called the Blue Tiger is the style of the lure. I've showed these in my other videos, and I don't even know why I'm showing you these because it's also on my header page on my YouTube page. And this is my tuna getter, so this is the guy here. It's got that kind of a blue pattern, a little bonita pattern on it. Nice saltwater trebles, like I said, 5 1/4 inches. Even though it's a floating, when I'm trolling 4 to 5 knots, this will drop about 3 feet, about a yard, maybe even a little bit more, and it'll swing a good 1 to 2 foot in just wobbles, and a pretty good wobble at that. The thing that really turned me on these things, if you ever tried looking at these, is that on a sunny, clear day, when I go offshore, if I put this just in the water, just by itself, not moving, and it's flat calm, with the sunlight, it emulates like a blue orb, about a 1 foot diameter blue kind of haze goes onto the water. It looks really cool. I mean, I was really like amazed when I first noticed it. And I was sitting next to my boat and just saw that it just kind of glows around the water there. So I knew that color effect must do something. So it's got a kind of that prism on the sides, but with the blue on the top there. A little bit of rattles on the inside. My tuna killer. This is my go-to for definitely tuna, but I probably catch 90% of any of my trolling fish on this. So it's always pretty much in one of my poles that I'm using. So I picked up a couple of them. Things happen, so I guess have to have backup, so I don't want to wait 4 or 5 days to get one shipped in. I'm not sure. I think these are like an older style. I'm going to immediately finish this. I'll post on there a screenshot of the eBay site where I got it from. I think it showed quantity 40 or 50, so that's a good. I felt happy that they had a big quantity of them, and I think he had them on sale for 5% off. So they're regularly $10, and then with that 5% off, it's $9.49, free shipping. Got it in a couple days, so nice one. Never used it inshore. What these were bass lures that I brought from freshwater stuff that I just started using, and it just worked really well, so I bought more of them. So anyways, that's that. Or I guess it's Fisherman Source is the eBay store that I got them from. But like I said, I'll put the screenshot on it here. Here's the eBay source for the Yozuri Crystal Minnow. The guy's seller's name is Fisherman Source, and this was the Yozuri Crystal Minnows F8 C24s. You can see they still got them at $9.49. So he's got a bunch available. Sold 30 already. Wow, holy crap! Hopefully it didn't sell out. And out of New Jersey, so you can place your orders there. $9.49, free shipping. And then this one is my jigs. If you saw my last offshore one, it was that 4 Rec Grand Slam challenge. that I got to that third wreck and I basically got schooled there. Kicked my ass basically, and that ended up costing me 4 lures, and 3 of those were the new Williamsons that I picked up. Even though I got them on a good deal, $6 at QS Bait and Tackle. I did go back there and they were out of the 5 ounce that I used. I think they only had maybe a couple 7 ounces, 9 ounces, and 2 and 3 ounces. But in that knife jig, I like that 5 ounces. It's about the perfect fit for my rig, and they work really well. So I was kind of bummed that they weren't there. So I'm going to go back to making my jigs. So I ordered a bunch of jigs. This style here, these 2 styles, or this one style and the 2 different weights, I've already been using, and they've been really working really well. I have the original style with the dimples, and it's a little bit shorter and a little bit thicker, more like a butterfly jig. But I like that knife jig because they get to the bottom faster, and I don't think there's as much drag to bring them up, so it's a little bit less work. So I like that knife jig style. So originally this is the closest I've come. This is a 5 ounce, just a bare bones jig, because and I'll link the video where I show how I make my own jigs, the little cheap jigs myself, vertical jigs. I average, well, I mandate, I put a cutoff. If I lose 2 jigs on a trip, that's the end of jigging, because I would just burn through too many of this stuff, and it gets expensive after a while, and it's not that important because I'm throwing everything back anyways. But I've got a 5 ounce, and then I've got it in 3 ounce. And these are pretty skinny, so they'll cut through fairly well, so they got a good profile. But look at my other video, and you'll see how I rig these up with my own assist hooks, and I paint them with a white primer, and then I use a glow paint. The thing I'll do differently this is I think I'm going to go just doing horizontal stripes, but in like a blue shade like these. I'll probably get nail polish from the dollar store with little sparkles on it, and then maybe do some stripes on it, and try something different beyond that glow and white. Now the thing I'm going to be testing with this guy is these jigs. This is going to be a newbie. I wanted, again, something more of a knife jig. These were kind of wide. I wanted it even thinner. So I got these. These are an eel jig. You can see that. I mean, it's just a bark, but it's got little fins on it, little eyelet for it. But I'm going to try this in replace of those Williamsons. Those other Williamsons have knives, pretty unique little cut profile, a little bit sharper edges, but I don't know really that much big of a difference. But I'm going to get these and give these a try. These are 5 ounces, and I'm going to see if I can get them to work in that same manner, with a little bit thicker and thinner versus the same 5 ounces. And just see how they work out. I can't imagine. I think these will work out fine for me. Now, the biggest reason why I'm doing these is the cost ends up on the total. I've got basically 8, 8, and 8, so 24 pieces, and netted it out to $45-ish or something like that. But anyways, I costed it out. It was basically like $1.91 per jig, so $1.91 for the bare jig, and then I still have to add the other parts of it. So I figure around $3. I'll be into it about $3 per jig, and that's a lot more reasonable. I could live with that. Maybe I'll move my slot up to 3 jigs per trip, but we'll see. With this guy's ordering, and I'll put the link to his eBay store as well as my costing on what these purchased. I did with this purchase. This is the guy that I get my jigs from. It's on eBay. His name is Kevin JC1, and he primarily sells like the bear jigs and bear lure making stuff. He just does a lot of molding, so a lot of stuff to choose from there. And then you just pick your jigs. There you go. Here's the total for that order. So these are the ones that I got: 8, 8, and 8. $14.70 for the 6 ounce, $9.99 for the 4 ounce, and then $14.49 for those new jigs that I want to try out. And you can see here what happens. It's basically, originally, if I paid shipping for each one, it would have came out to $20.40. But since he's doing the shipping discount of one price shipping for everything you order, I got a discount of $13.61. So the total was $45.97 for 24 lures. Not too bad. Is that what he offers is a flat rate shipping. I think it's $6 per order. Well, it's flat rate box $6, and you could create as many orders as you want, and he'll just charge you $6. I'm sure there's some maximum, but basically, like I did 3 separate orders. They were like 14 or so, 12 and 10 or something like that for the different sizes. If I just bought 1 pack, it would have been like $14 plus $6 shipping, and I could have just got this for $20. But since I also added on 2 other orders, it was only $6 shipping for all of it, and then that really cuts down the cost. So that's basically how you get these cheap jigs. It's not buying and wanting to try one style, pay for shipping. You're not getting a very good bargain. It's almost not worth it. But if you piggyback it with 3, 4, 5 of them, and then your shipping cost is nominal, next to nothing, then by themselves it's a really good deal. So I highly recommend it. It used to be even better because he used to do auctions, and you could hit it right where I would get these at half what I paid for the buy it now prices that he's strictly running. I think he only had like 2 different jigs that he was doing an auction on, where before it was like pretty much everything had a buy it now and an auction going on it. So I don't know what his deal is, but the prices for the buy it now are reasonable. Now that he's packaging the shipping, it's by far the best deal. So if you want to give those a try and save some money, if maybe you like them, maybe you don't. If you want the expensive stuff, I don't know. That's your deal. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.